All right, we was in the Halsey video. You should be sad, lurking in the back. Peep it. There's Alex with the head flip. There's me chilling in the back right there. You see me chilling on the stairs? And there's Baby G. For the most minimalist of seconds, right there. We end up in this video. And this dude, Colin Tilley, is the G. And he was a super cool dude. When we met him there, he was a director. When we walked in, he was there. I didn't know he was director, but we just gave him love. He had a dope DMX shirt. This guy has directed every fucking music video that has come out in the last, I don't even know. The guy's a fucking G. Shout out to Colin. I gave him a shirt. I gave him this shirt actually, just in white. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cool video shoot. It was kind of crazy how we got called in. They really liked our look. And then you fucking chopped Baby G's head off, so it's like silliness. But it's right that we got to hang out and they had some free peanuts. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm doing these shirts for my man Will upstairs. It's like one hit here and then an orange and a white, so 2 hits in the back. It's 105 shirts. He needs them by next Saturday, but I'm about to go back to Massachusetts tomorrow morning, so this is the only chance I got to do this. I got a podcast coming from 2 to 4, You Go Girl podcast, and then the girls come in to do posters, which I've never done before, at 6. So, and then we're going to see the homie Alex, the printer genius, at his spot in Brooklyn in East New York. So, as always, you know what I mean, like everything's packed in and just gotta just keep moving forward and get through the schedule. What's rad about this studio is that you have the music aspect and you have the t-shirts fashion aspect. It's like an Andy Warhol factory energy where everybody comes to create, and all the different art and the light of the people that come here shines brighter because it shines amongst themselves. So that's what this studio is. That's why the studio is so special, is because it is a haven for creativity.
Time and again, thoughts flow through my mind like the bends. The past and the present and the future and this. Pen to the paper, turn the memories to mist. All that exists, put the light to the shade. Gotta find a path, we must find a way. Have a good plan, make it all come together. Solid as a rocket, light as a feather.
Alex came here the other day and he helped me set up a job. He has some dope info. He does sublimation. We're gonna do a Shinobi Ninja shirt, all stickers everywhere, sublimated print. And I've never done that before, so we're gonna go to his studio and do that, and that'll be rad. Building that team, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got things they can just make the whole team better with their skills. Tired of running around, man. People got me beat. Running around, printing this out, making this shirt, that shirt,
man, how's it going,
that
man?
song. I'm good, bro. Everything is blessed. But long days, bro. Long days.
Yeah, man. Today was long. Yo, see Alexander Campas. Alright. Let's put this.
Where are you from? Caracas?
Colombia.
Colombia.
I grew up in this. Like, my parents did this, and then I did soccer uniforms when I was like 10 years old, and I've been doing this forever, man. It's crazy, man. I was working with a studio. We did like the largest campaign for DKNY. Worked with Calvin Klein when Raf Simons came in, Eli Tahari, Mark Jacobs. We got the CFDA award, like everything. We got everything, and we couldn't keep anything. It's an expensive city, man.
It's an expensive city, but it's just so much money to be made.
Yep.
And you gotta spend money to make money. The best thing you can invest in life is yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is about, man. I mean, it's like, if you love what you do, I mean, there's just no way around it. You gotta spend money, you know? Like, my whole life is invested in all of this. The rents went up, so the studio had to go to New Jersey. It was just like, you know, but for like 2 years, man, we just like, 2-3 years we killed it, man, right? Mm-hmm. once the lease was up, they wanted 30,000. 30,000.
Tripled it.
Yeah.
If you want a trip.
I mean, how are you gonna pay that, man?
The thing about New York City is that it's like, if we continue, not that I'm this person, but if you continue in the manner of just every opportunity you have, you're just gonna boost things up twice or threefold.
Yeah.
You will have a lot of vacant neighborhoods because you won't be able to have the businesses, and then you have only these strong businesses that can survive, like the Burger Kings and the Bank of Americas and shit like that. But then who the fuck will want to be in that neighborhood if there's no culture? Because
look at this neighborhood. We are in East New York right now.
Super
East
lit.
New York, man. East New York. Who would even come down to East New York before? And now, like, you know, I have my studio on low key, but you know, you have people with money coming here. They're taking over this neighborhood, and so there's really no place left where people that are creative, don't have a lot of resources, want to be able to do things, and there isn't that space anymore. You don't have, you know, like old New York, you know, you could work 3 days a week. You had 4 days to make your art, make your music, experiment, make stuff, sell, whatever. Now, you know, being creative requires like a certain mindset.
yeah, man.
And if you're constantly just trying to survive,
Right, you got that hamster wheel shit going
you
on.
can't, you know, you just can't. So, I mean, you got to be optimistic, but it's very difficult. You know, it's a very difficult, you know, situation to be in. But you just got to keep moving. Man.
Sharp.
It's gonna start printing on this machine right here,
Right.
and then after that, we'll take it over to the heat press, and we'll see that magic. See that magic. So right now the file is printing, and this is your shirt coming out now. So basically, the ink itself is sensitive to heat. So what happens is that when you put heat and pressure on this, it vaporizes into the fabric, and then it just gets impregnated into the fabric. Yeah. It's different. So while this is printing, I'm gonna get the shirt, and we're gonna actually print this.
We're here at Alex's studio. Alex is the guru. He's been doing this his whole life, just as I've been doing music my whole life. He's been doing this his whole life, and it's good to be around people, surround yourself with people that know more than you, and to be able to give to them and allow them to take care of things. So I don't have to become that stressed person. How am I gonna make this fucking job happen when I've only been printing for like a year and a half? My man's been doing this whole life. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Sometimes I would burn the shirt, like already made soccer jerseys, and I would burn them. And then I just taught myself how to print, and I used to do all my artwork in WillyBLabs. So before, like you print it out now, before you used to have a clear film, and you used to actually have to cut it out and peel off what you didn't use. And it was called WillyBLabs. It was a red material, and that's how you used to make your artwork. So you used to have to literally cut it out with an X-Acto knife.
Gotcha.
And that's the way you used to do that.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like vinyl.
Yep, it's exactly vinyl, man. But it's exactly vinyl, man. But you're doing it completely by hand. And then when I was like 15, I started printing on wax paper to be able to do large format printing. And then, no, this one goes on. So. And then I started doing research on sublimation, and I found this guy in Long Island. His name was Roberto Calcio. He was the only guy that was doing sublimation. Yeah, and he actually had won like the Tour de France and all of that.
Oh, bicycle? A bicycle?
Yeah, he was a cyclist.
Oh.
And so he used to mix his own inks. He used to screen print everything, so you'd print one color at a time. And he used to do cycling gear. And he mixed his own inks, and he taught me how to sublimate.
Oh.
So when I was 16 years old, I saved enough money, and I bought myself one of these. And so I started sublimating. And then I started taking all the uniforms that Adidas and Umbro at the time used to do, but they would never really sponsor Hispanic countries, so I bootlegged them and I made them into Hispanic jerseys, and everybody was like, "Yo, we want one of those," because Adidas wasn't making it for any of us. So I was like, "Let's just do it for ourselves." And so I made all these jerseys for the Hispanic market. Yeah, and so I sublimated until I was like 20 years old. We just cut it. So we just cut this little bit off right here, and that's it. But the pattern's good. Everything is good. So
See how you had the scissors in your back pocket and how you whipped it out like that?
Yeah.
That's how everybody knows that you have skills for years. The way you whipped it out,
yeah.
it's just like, I've been doing this.
that's the way
You can see what
you gotta have the scissors on. There you go. So now you have your sleeve. And this is your other sleeve.
Nice.
Like that. This gets sewn here, this gets sewn here, this is your neck.
Pretty dope.
And then you end up with a shinobi ninja shirt. So I mean, if there's money to be made, man, let's do it.
There is money to be made.
Alright, let's make that money.
Yes.
Let's make that money.
Definitely. We did the shirts at Alex's spot. It came out really dope. So Alex, on his own time, printed them out, stitched them up, and now he's coming to drop it off to us. We get to vibe with it and see the energy of it. I'm sure it's going to be really dope because Alex is the man, and he's pulling up any moment now. You can feel his energy.
So there's two piles of this stuff. So there's one with this one, and then that's the other little guy. So yeah. Yo, it looks good, man.
It's definitely a vibe, man.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely a vibe. Like, wow. Like, I was gonna do it with silkscreen,
Oh no.
and then you came,
Yeah.
and now
And
we
this
have
is
these.
this is
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one.